How AI is revolutionizing scams. Can we no longer trust our eyes or ears? Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. It's probably no surprise that scammers are using all the technology available to try and fool us into handing over our hard-earned cash. AI is increasingly becoming part of their toolset, with sometimes dramatic and even heartbreaking results. You probably already know about content written by AI, but audio, video, they can be devastating when in the hands of individuals with bad intent. Here are 4 AI functions that scammers can use. Text-based AI. They can write for you or summarize, clarify, or improve existing writing effectively. AI image generators. Well, the image at the top of the article for this video and potentially parts of the image that you saw as its thumbnail are AI generated. While it certainly looks AI generated, the other tools are even better at mimicking reality, and of course, all the tools are improving every day. AI video generators. These tools are concerning because they can be used to create videos that appear to be someone doing something they haven't. AI audio generators. This is perhaps an underappreciated technology. It's easy to fool people into thinking a voice is real when it's not. This last one we're going to talk about a little bit more in a moment. Scammers use all of these to make their attempts at fooling us more realistic and ultimately more successful. All right, AI voice. No, it is not your grandchild on the phone. AI can be used to convincingly mimic someone's voice. Not quite a recording, but an artificial nonetheless. And it's very easy to be fooled. The scammer gets a recording of someone's voice, say grandchild, though it could be anyone you know. This is often easy as voice clips are common on social media platforms. It doesn't take much of a clip, maybe less than a minute, to generate a clone of that individual's voice. This clone can then say anything. In fact, some tools work quickly enough that a scammer can hold a passable real-time conversation using a cloned voice. Now, we're certainly used to telephone call quality being less than perfect, so if it sounds a little off or scratchy, well, that's not enough to trigger any red flags. The scam is simple. The scammer calls you using the voice of your grandchild or other known contact who, to be clear, is not involved in any way. They paint a scenario where they're in trouble and they need cash right away. It's almost always about money, though sometimes it could be about information, like credit card numbers. It's always urgent. And they always try to keep you on the line so you can't call anyone else to verify anything. The solution? Very simple. Hang up without warning and without apology, and call the grandchild, or whomever they claim to be, directly, using a phone number you already know to be correct. Don't rely on caller ID. Chances are they'll have no idea what you're talking about, which is a sure sign that this was an attempted scam. AI video. No, that celebrity isn't promoting cryptocurrency. Just like audio, AI can be used to create convincing video footage of people doing things they didn't do. Combined with AI-generated audio, they can appear to say things they never actually said. One common scenario of late is the cryptocurrency scam, where a well-known celebrity appears to be interviewed, encouraging viewers to invest for an almost certain return. The celebrity isn't involved, and the investment is almost certain to be completely lost. Much like the grandchild audio scheme above, scammers have also been known to generate artificial videos of individuals you may know, and use that video to convince you to hand over money or personal information to solve some urgent problem. Again, the solution is simple. Don't believe the promotion without a lot of verification via different channels. Call the grandchild or the other person, again, directly via channels you no are correct. AI text. No, that email does not mean your account is about to be closed. Spam has been a problem since the birth of email, but until now, many scams have been relatively easy to detect. Bad grammar, bad spelling, phrases that indicate the author is not a native English speaker make it fairly easy to realize that what you're looking at might not be legitimate. AI can fix all that. Here's an example message I've selected from my spam folder. Your mailbox has reached 90% of the maximum space allowed on the server. You can continue to receive emails, but it's recommended to free up space before reaching 100% of the maximum space allowed. Once 100% of the occupied space, you will no longer receive messages on this account. Also remember to empty your trash too to free up some space storage. You can archive your old emails on your machine to conserve while freeing up space on the server. You can also set up your email account with POP protocol on a mail software so that all email are stored on your computer. If you rely on Email Administrator to manage your address, please contact him for more information. Now, on one level, doesn't sound that bad, but most native English speakers will notice several oddities throughout the wording that don't match what would be expected from this formal type of notice in proper English. However, all the scammer needs to do is open up ChatGPT and ask it, please correct the following for spelling, grammar, and professional terminology. Here's the result. Your mailbox has reached 90% of its maximum storage capacity on the server. You can still receive emails, but it's recommended to free up space before reaching 100% capacity. Once the mailbox is full, you will no longer receive messages on this account. Be sure to empty your trash folder as well to free up additional storage space. To conserve server space, you can archive old emails on your computer. You may also configure your email account to use the POP protocol with an email client so that emails are downloaded and stored locally on your computer. If your email is managed by an administrator, please contact them for further assistance. This reads more professionally and is thus slightly more likely to fool someone into clicking the link the scammer has included. And to be clear, I did exactly and only what I described. I took the original text of this spam and asked ChatGPT to clean it up. This was the result. Much better. If I can do it, scammers can do it too. AI phishing attacks leverage artificial intelligence to make the phishing emails more convincing and personalized. Just because it's written well, or not as poorly as most spam, or that it calls you out by name and includes additional personal information, it just doesn't mean anything anymore. AI chat. No, and that's not a job offer you're getting. There's been an uptick in the number of scam attempts via text messaging and other instant messaging tools like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and others. AI chatbots can hold relatively coherent conversations with you. They gently guide you down a path that builds your trust to a point where the bot can ask for your assistance, typically money, all while having it seem quite legitimate and even altruistic on your part. It's all about social engineering and making the conversation seem both natural and personal to your situation. It's easy to be fooled. The solution? Ignore requests from numbers and people you don't recognize. Period. AI, everything. No, she doesn't love you. To me, the most heartbreaking scam is what's called the romance scam. Using any or all of the technologies I've talked about so far, a scammer makes contact and, over time, attempts to develop a remote, romantic relationship. Scammers create well-written and persuasive text, beautiful images of beautiful people, and even videos that look not only realistic, but feel like a completely natural part of the conversation. They use this to deepen the relationship, setting the hook before reeling you in. At some point, they need money. Perhaps to visit you, or perhaps for some other emergency. They need cash and they need it urgently. When you send some, another unforeseen situation has them needing even more. If you hesitate, well, then you must not love them. It's a trap. Individuals, particularly retirees, it seems, have lost thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars falling victim to these scams. The solution? Keep your romantic activities in person. If you do engage in a remote relationship with someone you've never met, never, ever send them money. Period. Now, you'll hear an increasing number of security and other products claiming that they'll have added AI tools to improve their ability to protect you. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this. You're using technology to protect us from technology. You're using AI to protect us from AI. And I get that we already do that in many ways. I mean, what is security software but technology to protect us from technology? But as we know, nothing's perfect, and AI seems sometimes less perfect than other things. So yeah, use what you can and what's available, and of course, keep it up to date, but don't trust it 100% either. It's never an excuse to let your guard down. I liken it to email spam. It's a horse race. As each side improves its technology, who's in the lead will change back and forth. Scammers will come up with some great AI innovations, and security tools need time to be able to detect them and deal with them. Scammers will notice and over time continue to tweak their technology to evade the new detection. And of course, the security software tweaks itself to evade the tweaks that the scammers just implemented. You get the idea. It's a vicious circle. It goes on and on. Now, at this point, I'm sure all of this seems really bleak, but you can actually protect yourself with some relatively simple steps. Don't answer unknown callers or messages. If it's legitimate, they'll find another way of contacting you that includes verifiable references to their identity. Typically, that's physical mail. Have a code word, particularly since my voice and likeness is out there. This is something I've established. A code word that I can say or be asked for. If I can't respond with a code word, it's not me. Be skeptical. This is perhaps the single most important thing to do. Now, I know I was raised in an era where we would trust first and ask questions later. That's just no longer practical, particularly online. It's not at all rude to take steps, ask questions, or hang up to protect yourself. As it always has been, if it sounds too good to be true, it's almost certainly not true. Stay informed and help the people around you. Together, we can all stay safe. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/175501. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.